Widely regarded as some of gaming's greatest sequels, Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal left both a lasting legacy on the Pokemon franchise and Pokemon fans. Taking place 3 years after the original Red, Green, and Blue, the Johto region is ripe with tradition and mythology. But what if these fantastic sequels had their own sequel? Inspired by Exalians, if I wrote Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, I'll design my own Johto sequel. However, before we begin, I would like to mention that I have a Discord server now. It's still a work in progress, and if you're interested, there will be a link in this video's description. This sequel will take place a decade or two after the original games, and like its predecessors, center around the motif of tradition and mythology. Except, Johto has reached an unprecedented golden age of expansion as opposed to its former royal nature of the original adventures. However, we'll find out that industrialist Johto created its own modern problems. Your journey begins in Blackthorn City, where you, a young, blue-haired girl, have failed to receive your dragon Pokemon. Your mother Claire is disappointed in your failure and motions you to leave. A thought courses through your mind. If you can't receive your dragon Pokemon, then maybe it's best to run away and catch your own. The city outside didn't change drastically from the original games, still retaining its mountain retreat feeling. At night, you decide to run away down the perilous Route 46, made worse by a horrible storm. Eventually, you manage to find New Bark Town, the small community adapted to serve an industrialist Johto's energy demands by housing a large wind farm. Entering the lab, you're greeted by Professor Lyra, who isn't surprised by your sudden appearance and even greets you by your first name. Unbeknownst to the player, the professor has already been informed of your absence in Blackthorn, and by request was permitted to offer you a Pokemon. Happy, you make your selection and sleep, as the storm outside isn't safe for your travels. In the morning, your journey begins anew, heading towards Cherry Grove City. The small city expanded with the addition of a water theme park and a small port. Foreign Pokemon have appeared across Johto from these ports, allowing trainers to encounter and capture rare Pokemon. The locals teach you the basics of being a trainer and send you in the direction of the significantly changed Violet City. On your way, you encounter a mysterious boy mumbling about legends and old myths. He notices you are a trainer and requests a quick battle. Afterwards, he mentions that his father is an Elite Four member, and growing up around stories of Johto has inspired him to seek the legends his father once hunted. As you reach Violet City, the skies darken and a thick smog engulfs the surrounding area. The formerly small and traditional town adopted a massive power plant in order to cope with Goldenrod City's energy demands. In addition, Sprout Tower was demolished in order to make room for the power plant. This plant pollutes the air and leaves Violet City coated in a thick smog that never allows the sun to shine. After beating Faulkner, who is disgruntled by what Violet City has become, you are greeted by a kimono girl. She'll congratulate you on your victory and request to see the gym leader. Just before she enters, she mentions that a bombing on the magnet train has caused Route 33 to become temporarily inaccessible. Therefore, you'll have to take alternative routes to your next gym challenge. Before heading to your next challenge, you decide to visit the historic ruins of Alf, now a hotbed of tourist activity since the discoveries made by the former champion Gold years earlier. Jasmine is also there checking up on the unknown's health. She'll encourage you to head to Egritique City, mentioning that Goldenrod's crime rate makes it dangerous for new trainers. Once in Egritique, you find the historic burned tower being demolished to facilitate the city's vast expansion northward. The old district appears vastly different architecturally compared to the new district. The most significant building, the Bell Tower, is surrounded by modern buildings, much to the disappointment of locals. You also encounter more kimono girls at the dance theater, upset at the lack of patrons lately. Morty is there and will leave the dance theater after you visit. He can be found in the gym, where you can claim your second gym badge. After your battle, the mysterious boy from earlier will greet you and request to meet at the Bell Tower. There he will tell you the legends of Ho-Ho and Trainer Gold. He'll mention that he can't decide on visiting Olivine City or Mahogany Town. In this case, Olivine is your location of choice. This city is thriving from Johto's expansion with a massive shipyard, open-air market, a popular beach, and extensive urban growth. The lighthouse offers training opportunities, and Jasmine can be encountered again at the top. She'll express her pride in Olivine City's growth and its avoidance of the issues facing the rest of Johto. She'll point in the direction of Sinwood City, encouraging you to challenge Chuck, as she'll be out of town for a while. Her statements of Olivine's consequence-free success are, to a small degree, false. Because of the increased shipping activity in Olivine, Route 40 and Whirl Islands suffers from extensive pollution. A group of people are gathered around the islands and out of boredom battle you. Each one discusses that they volunteered to clean up the islands, but a group went inside with a bunch of finely dressed women for some reason. Arriving in Sinwood City, it appears nearly unchanged at first, but in truth, the town expanded immensely beyond Route 48 due to its famous safari zone. You run into the mysterious boy who is now your rival, again beyond the city. He'll mention his acute suspicion of the group gathered around Whirl Islands. In his words, the Lake of Rage's desperate need for pollution control outweighs the needs of a busy shipping lane. Even his father shares those opinions, despite the legendary myths of the Whirl Islands. After exploring the safari zone and defeating Chuck, you head back to Olivine. The group outside the Whirl Islands has vanished, and Jasmine is still away with a note on her door that reads, "I'll be away for some time visiting the Kimono Girls. We have a spectacle planned to revitalize Johto's passion for tradition and mythology. Your next destination is Mahogany Town, which has been decimated by acidic rain from the polluted and flooded Lake of Rage." You'll find your 4th gen ran by a young electric-type gym leader. His mother was a famous model from a region far away, and he specifies that Johto is the home of his role model, Gold. However, he is disappointed at the current state of Johto. At the Lake of Rage, a blue shimmer catches your eye, but it quickly rushes off. Your rival surprises you and mentions that it was likely Suicune, returning to purify the constantly polluted lake. He'll again request another battle and afterwards bring you to a small cabin. There, a hidden man introduces himself as an international police agent. He claims that the people of Johto are ready to make a difference. However, a single man is manipulating the people for his own goals. He'll conclude that success in tracking down this individual and the positive difference that people want are of utmost importance for the sake of Johto's identity. Traveling back to Ecruteak City, you find the Kimono Girls performing a traditional dance in the public and handing out flyers for their planned spectacle in Goldenrod. They implore you to visit the big city but warn you of the criminal underground. When you arrive, you find the city is aflush with activities from game corners to extensive malls. The national park is well preserved alongside the exciting Pokeathlon Dome, both good escapes from the bustling city life. The gym leader of Goldenrod is Bill, who can be found in the national park. He'll express his displeasure with the criminal aspect of Goldenrod, an aspect he hopes to one day fix. He'll request your help by tackling the underground by preventing several vandalism and robbery attempts throughout the city. Bill will remark after completing the quest that you remind him of Champion Gold and ponders his whereabouts. After beating him, he'll mention how stifling the city can be and that Exalia Town and Elix Forest are fantastic escapes from it all. Elix Forest is almost mystical in appearance and feeling. There are trainers here striving to protect Pokemon and the surrounding forest, leading to many battles. Near the shrine, you notice a faint green Pokemon nearby, however it flies off quickly once spotted. Your rival will appear again, and instead of requesting a battle, he'll tell you the legends of the forest and how Celebi is its protector. Once in Azalea Town, you find it untouched from Johto's expansion. The community is proud of their harmony with nature and Pokemon. The gym leader Bugsy embraced grass-type Pokemon alongside his bug types. After beating Bugsy, a group of shady individuals can be seen near Slowpoke Well. They are hunting for Slowpoke Tail as their boss requests a good dinner before the big day. Bugsy will catch up with you and assist you in taking care of these individuals. Afterwards, he'll inform you that the magnet train wreckage has been cleaned up and that returning to Violet City through Union Cave is an option. Your journey leads you back to Olivine City, where Jasmine is arguing with a red-haired man. All you pick up on is the man's disapproval on the planned spectacle, citing the danger it poses if put into the wrong hands. Jasmine appears flustered that the man didn't support her and takes her anger out on you in battle. Afterwards, she'll inform you that the Kimono Girls and gym leaders have captured the legendary Lugia and the legendary Beast with the aim of recreating the Burn Tower legend. She leaves the gym with a flyer pointing the player towards Goldenrod. Once back in Goldenrod, you find the gym leaders and Kimono Girls introducing a blue-haired man. After explaining their intentions, a replica brass tower erupts from the Goldenrod underground, and with it, Lugia. The weather abruptly changes to a harsh thunderstorm, and the blue-haired man takes the microphone and announces his true identity as Archer, former leader of Team Rocket and leader of the Goldenrod underground. Ever since his defeat against Gold, Archer had been planning to seek vengeance on Johto with his organized crime. Using his connections, he manipulated and brainwashed the Kimono Girls and gym leaders into working for him under the guise of bringing traditional Johto back. He'll proceed to command the legendaries to destroy the region. You'll fight your way across Johto, tracking down the Beast and dealing with the brainwashed gym leaders and Kimono Girls. As you reach Archer, the chaotic sky shines a golden light as Ho-Oh appears carrying the legendary trainer Gold. Archer and Jasmine attempt to team up against you with Lugia, but Gold intervenes, starting a climactic double battle. The eventual defeat will see Archer arrested and Gold revealing himself as the international police agent at the Lake of Rage. Gold has been hunting down Archer as the suspected leader of Goldenrod Underground, but arrived too late to prevent the catastrophic damage to Johto. According to Archer, the disgruntled gym leaders at Kimono Girls were easy to manipulate and brainwash, laughing at how gullible and susceptible they were to his influence. To him, his plans were successful. The damage done to Goldenrod and the rest of Johto is vast and far-reaching. These events permanently affect the dialogue and various locations throughout Johto. Groups of people will discuss repair and cleanup, and some even discuss embracing modern life and a tradition into one. After these events, your journey will resume with your last stop being your hometown of Blackthorn City. Before leaving, Gold compliments you on your success as a trainer and that you remind him of himself. He recalls how stubborn your mother was to defeat and encourages you to challenge the Elite Four someday. Exiting the ice path, you find your mother waiting for you. To your surprise, she embraces you and congratulates you on your success. She's been keeping tabs on you through Professor Lyra. She'll mention her enthusiasm to take you on in her gym challenge, a role that she thinks suits her better. After beating your mother, your rival greets you outside. He'll tell you how you managed to calm down the legendary beast and even captured Suicune, requesting one final battle. With your rival defeated, you make haste to the Elite Four. The Indigo Plateau gives an impressive aura of power and accomplishment. Many great trainers have reached this point, leaving their marks on this place. You'll make your way through the Ice Master Price, Yucine, your rival's father, the former champion Lance, and lastly the Dark-type Master Karen. Beating all four awards you the greatest opportunity: a chance to challenge Champion Silver. He greets you with praise, recounting his own growth as a person through his first journey. The battle is intense and eventually successful. You are the new champion of Johto, yet your journey isn't over. Like its predecessor, you may visit Kanto and challenge the other 8 gym leaders. Your mother will offer you a trip to Hoenn to meet the Draconid people, and throughout Johto, various story side quests are available, all leading to changes to the region. The ultimate challenge will come with 24 badges and another championship, the opportunity to join the ranks of legends, and a chance to battle Gold himself. So that's my Johto sequel, which was somewhat inspired by the Meiji restoration in Japan. I'm curious of what your sequel would be like. Let me know down in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed, consider doing so and checking the notification bell to be informed when I upload. Sharing and liking videos is always appreciated, and with that said, I'll catch you in the next one.